The history of salt is a fascinating saga that is intertwined with the development of human civilization itself. Imagine a world where this common white crystal, now found in almost every kitchen, was once considered as valuable as gold. A world where wars were fought, empires were built and toppled, and the course of history was changed, all because of this seemingly simple mineral. Welcome to the incredible story of salt, humanity's true white gold. Salt, a chemical compound composed primarily of sodium chloride, is an essential element for life. Our bodies need salt for vital functions, such as regulating blood pressure and transmitting nerve impulses, but the importance of salt goes far beyond its biological properties. Since the dawn of civilization, salt has played a crucial role in the evolution of human societies. It is believed that early humans obtained the salt they needed primarily through the consumption of meat. However, as societies became more sedentary and agriculture developed, the need for additional sources of salt became evident. The earliest evidence of deliberate human use of salt dates back about 8,000 years in the Shanxi province of China. There, archaeologists discovered the remains of a possible salt mine, indicating that our ancestors had already recognized the importance of this mineral and were developing methods for extracting it. As civilizations expanded, salt became an increasingly valuable commodity. In ancient Rome, soldiers were often paid in salt, a practice that gave rise to the word salary. In fact, the word salt is at the root of many terms we still use today, such as salad, originally vegetables seasoned with salt, and sausage, literally, salted meat in Latin. Control over salt sources became a matter of power and wealth. Entire cities were founded near salt deposits or along salt trade routes. Venice, for example, owes much of its wealth and influence to the salt trade in the Adriatic Sea. In ancient Egypt, salt was used in mummification processes, and it became a crucial element in religious rituals and in the preservation of royalty for the afterlife. In ancient China, the state monopoly on salt production was a major source of revenue for the imperial government for over 2,000 years. The Salt War, fought during the Tang dynasty in the 8th century, was a direct conflict caused by a rebellious general's attempt to seize control of the government's lucrative salt works. In medieval Europe, salt continued to be a precious commodity. The city of Salzburg in Austria, whose name literally means salt castle, owed its existence and prosperity to the nearby salt mines. Salt trade routes, such as the famous Via Salaria in Italy, not only facilitated the trade of this essential mineral, but also served as conduits for cultural exchange and the spread of ideas. Salt also played a significant role in the exploration and colonization of the New World. Salted codfish were a staple food for sailors during long sea voyages, allowing them to venture farther afield. In the Americas, European colonists soon recognized the importance of local salt sources. In North America, for example, wild animals created natural salt licks, areas rich in mineral salt that attracted game and, in turn, human hunters. As we move into the modern era, salt has continued to shape significant historical events. During the American Revolution, the British attempted to cut off American rebels' access to salt, knowing that doing so would undermine their ability to preserve food and thus sustain their rebellion. In colonial India, the independence movement led by Mahatma Gandhi gained significant momentum with the famous Salt March of 1930, an act of civil disobedience against the British monopoly on salt production. But the history of salt is not just a tale of conflict and power, it is also a story of innovation and technological progress. Over the centuries, humans have developed increasingly sophisticated methods for extracting and producing salt. From ancient solar evaporation techniques to modern mechanized salt mines, the search for white gold has driven significant advances in engineering and technology. Ironically, the same mineral that was once so precious it was used as currency is now seen by many as something to be avoided. This has led to a new wave of innovation in the food industry, with companies seeking to develop salt substitutes and low-sodium foods. But the story of salt is far from over. In fact, we are witnessing a renaissance of interest in this versatile mineral. Gourmet chefs and culinary enthusiasts are rediscovering the diversity and complexity of the world's salts. From fleur de sel sea salt from France to Hawaii's volcanic black salt, there is a new appreciation for the variety of flavors and textures that different types of salt can offer. Beyond cooking, salt continues to play crucial roles in a number of modern industries. It is an essential component in the production of plastics, textiles, and paper. In the chemical industry, salt is the raw material for the production of chlorine and caustic soda, two key chemicals used in a wide range of applications. Salt is also at the forefront of some of the most promising technologies for meeting the challenges of the 21st century. For example, molten salt batteries are being developed as a safer and more sustainable alternative to lithium-ion batteries for large-scale energy storage. Such batteries could play a crucial role in the transition to renewable energy sources, helping to store solar and wind power for use when the sun is not shining and the wind is not blowing. In the health field, researchers are exploring new therapeutic uses for salt. Halotherapy, or salt therapy, which involves inhaling air saturated with microscopic salt particles, is gaining popularity as a treatment for a variety of respiratory conditions. Although more research is needed to confirm its effectiveness, this ancient practice is experiencing a resurgence in interest. In the field of environmental conservation, salt is being used in innovative ways. In some regions, abandoned salt flats are being transformed into vital habitats for migratory birds and other species. These unique ecosystems demonstrate how human activities, even when no longer economically viable, can be redesigned to benefit nature. Salt is also at the center of some of the most pressing geopolitical issues of our time. As climate change leads to rising sea levels and saltwater intrusion into freshwater aquifers, water management and desalination are becoming increasingly critical issues in many parts of the world. Desalination technology, which removes salt from seawater to produce clean drinking water, is advancing rapidly but still faces significant challenges in terms of cost and environmental impact. Looking ahead, it is clear that salt will continue to play a vital role in our lives, albeit perhaps in ways we cannot yet foresee. As we address global challenges such as climate change, resource scarcity, and population growth, we are likely to find new uses and applications for this versatile mineral. The story of salt is, in many ways, the story of human civilization itself. It is a tale of innovation and adaptation, of conflict and cooperation, of scarcity and abundance. From its role as a precious commodity on ancient trade routes to its ubiquity in modern kitchens, salt has been a constant in the human experience. Reflecting on this incredible journey, we are reminded of the complexity and interconnectedness of our history. A simple white crystal, formed from two of the most abundant elements on Earth, has shaped empires, inspired revolutions, and continues to influence our daily lives in countless ways. As we move toward an uncertain future, salt serves as a reminder of our capacity for adaptation and innovation. Just as our ancestors found ingenious ways to extract and use this essential mineral to meet the challenges of their time, so too will we continue to find new applications and solutions to the challenges we face. The story of salt is a testament to human ingenuity and our complex relationship with the natural world. It's a story that continues to unfold, with each grain of salt carrying with it the weight of history and the promise of the future. Next time you reach for your salt shaker, remember, you are holding not just a spice, but a piece of human history, a crystal that connects our past to our present and our future. In this era of rapid technological change and global challenges, salt reminds us of the importance of valuing and understanding the fundamental resources that have sustained our civilization for millennia. It teaches us about the interconnectedness of economics, politics, science, and culture, and how even the most common substances can have profound impacts on our society. As we conclude this journey through the history of salt, we are invited to reflect on our own relationship with this essential mineral. How can we use knowledge from the past to inform our choices in the present and shape a more sustainable future? How can we balance our need for this vital resource with our responsibility to preserve our planet and our health? The story of salt is a powerful reminder that the simplest and most fundamental things often have the richest and most complex stories. It is an invitation to take a closer look at the world around us, to question our assumptions, and to appreciate the depth and complexity hidden in the things we often take for granted. May the saga of white gold inspire us to be curious, to seek knowledge, and to value the resources that sustain our existence. For in the story of salt, we find not just the story of a mineral, but a reflection of our own journey as a species, a journey of discovery, adaptation, and constant evolution.